Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. Ooh, I got some good stuff for you today. We about to get into reality. Just in case you didn't know, I got a nice lesson for you. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. I put the message in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's handle our business. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all my right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. And like I say, I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. Hey, know thyself. These are the qualities that you should be aware of yourself, and you should know who you are. But just in case you don't, let me break it down for you. First one, a person who knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them, don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. Don't waste your time with somebody who hell-bent on what they believe. A person who knows and knows not that they know, it's okay. They're spiritually asleep. I can awaken you. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I'm here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know, smile and wise, follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself, and to Mayat be true. You're going to hear about Mayat right now because she's part of what is reality. Watch. All right, let's go. Let not be shut in my soul. Let not be fettered on my shadow. Let be open the way for my soul and for my shadow. May it see the great God. May I look upon my soul and see my shadow. I gave a few lessons where your individual bar, when it's risen, will go and meet the universal bar. It's like a mirror. Y'all looking at each other. That's what they tell you about. That's what's real. That's the Egyptian proverb. Okay? Coming face to face with God. That's the concept. Not in the physical form. It's telepathically. It's all mental. Okay? Understand that. In mind, mental, it sets the tone for reality. The Kabat, or the Kabat. The Kabat, they call it the dead body, the physical body. But we call it the Ka. That's the shadow part to the Ba. It's the Ba Ka. The spirit and the soul, the shadow. Okay? Now, and that's the reflection of God. Pay attention. It is a projection of that which is real, which is God. First, foremost, and always. Watch this. Of that which is the truth. I just gave that lesson about truth. God created and continues to create out of God's own self. The circle, the dot, first is God. He creates around himself, out of himself. That's what they try to explain to you. I'm trying to break it down to you. That's what they say, okay? Making an understanding. All is God. God is all. That's the concept. And if you get the circle, the dot, you'll understand that. Ain't nothing outside of God, okay? Everything is of God. They just try to make that point known. I'm going to get that across. That's reality. That's the ultimate reality. God's own shadow. God being both male and female thinks of him or herself as what? As a being who is looking at its own shadow. Again, which is the universe. Stop the universe, everything is fine. Here, what's this? Here in creation, now the infinite planets and galaxies are but, you ready? Mental creations of God. He thought it right into existence. And it represents what? It's just a projection from God, so it's his shadow. Pay attention, stay with me. It's about to get good. This is teaching. Now, you as a human soul, your human soul is essentially a piece of God. Again, everybody who life in them, that's God's gift, which is life. Soul is your individual body that's had the spirit in it. Understand that? So now you are a piece of God spiritually. You got to become conscious of knowing who you are. That's the lessons in life that we come here in human form to learn. Some of us take a little while to learn. I'm trying to help you out. Why? Because I learned, so my whole goal is to help somebody else. That's it. It's called coming back, reaching back. Why? Because when I'm done, I'm done. I ain't coming back. One-way ticket, okay? Now, we are all God. You just got to become conscious. My job is to get you to understand who you are by doing the things, give you information that I did. You can find God yourself. As a matter of fact, he'll find you. He never lost you. You got to discover him. Now, we all a piece of God, as it were. Again, I'm trying to make it simple, break it down for you. Now, it is also a shadow. It has a shadow. God manifests. Listen, is reflected, in each individual. He gave every individual an opportunity to what? Become conscious. He gave life with the spirit. Spirit, life is God's gift to us humans. What we do with it is our gift to him. Do we give it return by what? Enlightening it, purifying it, and sending it back? Or do we keep it here and keep wallowing in the circle of life? Okay? Your choice. That's my yacht. You have a choice. Okay? However, watch this. When everybody got God, however, this reflection becomes what? Refracted, proportional to the degree of your mental condition that one has. Intellect is part of God knowledge. Knowledge, you need to know. If you're ignorant, you don't know. And if you believe in something that you don't know, that's going to make you more ignorant. Why? Because you're not trying to learn. It's hard to teach somebody who believes something and they ain't trying to change that belief, regardless if it's right or wrong. That's not y'all Christian-based family, religious people. Y'all help. I'm not dealing with that nonsense. If it works for you, how yourself with it. Knock yourself out. I'm just teaching the philosophy that you can practice. Moving on. But we all have this mental condition, okay, to a degree. How smart are you? Did you do your homework, your due diligence to know God? Or you just took somebody's word for it and believed what you was told? Blind faith is like walking off the cliff. You don't know what's out there, you're just going. That don't work for me. Okay, my man took it, put the board across. No, he took one of them, laid them across and walked over. Know what they did? Flipped him out the way and just started walking back off the cliff blindly. Okay, when the blind leading the blind, y'all destined to go off that cliff, okay, of ignorance. Just, what's this? Now, just as the ray of light, which passes through a glass, the prism now becomes refracted and it produces what? Many rays. We call the prism of light refracted. 7 different colors. We call it the rainbow. Okay, understand that. That's what number 7 right there. Again, now the rays, many rays to what? To God's expression in an individual. Every individual gets a piece of God and it's refracted by your ignorance or your intelligence of your mind, producing what? Many different situation objects of your own. When you cause your own demise, those are fetters. Those are self-inflicted problems due to what? Your ignorance. If you knew better, you do better. Hello? Knowledge and education gives you the opportunity to make what? Better decisions for yourself. That's all. Being ignorant is hard to make good decisions if you don't know. That's all ignorant means, not to know. Dumb is to know and still do what's wrong. That's dumb. Stupid, what they gonna call it. But no, that's not mean ignorant. Ignorant means not to know. Okay, a lot of us are ignorant of who we are. My job to take away that problem for you. I can't deal with the rest of them. That ain't my job. Now, to the, what's this? To the extent that the soul now becomes a prisoner to the physical body, what? Desires and ignorant mental ideas about life, which do not allow them to what? To get in tune with what? The mind of God. You're ignorant, that means you don't what? You're egoistic, that means you're God. You're not God conscious, you edge God out. You all about you. And a lot of people are that way, and unbeknownst to them. Sometimes it served them well. When you are an egotistic person and you're successful in your endeavor, due to your egotistic, some people say that's the way to be, gun ho. Sometimes it serves you well, okay? But it ain't for everybody, okay? It ain't the way for everybody. But those people don't know God, okay? They know everything but God. Why? Themselves. That's why. And watch this. And they lose their mind of God. They get in touch. They think they're human. They live in the human mind, meaning the ego mind, okay? The ego personality. And what happens? It's fettered to a mortal physical body, meaning you're going to put yourself in position to help make the body feel good. Relationships, bad things, drugs, to make you feel good. If you're going through life just wanting to feel good, that's the devil's domain, okay? And watch this. Thus, now you are unable to see your own self. Why? Due to your own ignorance. Simple. If you're looking for your reflection to tell you about you, you are a sad case. Mirror, mirror on the wall. That nonsense. I just got to finish watching it. They playing with your head. They playing with your mind. Get control of your mind. They can't play with it. They don't do mine. Why? I know better. So that's what self-knowledge is about. You can't trick me. My grandmother told me she got a 6th grade education. You can't trick her. Why? I know life. Damn education. I know right from wrong. Simple as that. Common sense. We all got that. So God is the only reality that exists. That don't make me religious, okay? That don't mean, no, I'm not hell-bent on that nonsense belief system. I'm just trying to explain to you reality. God is the only reality that exists. Why? Because he's the absolute reality. And all the wise men, sages, everybody else knew that. But it appears to what? To you ignorant, conditioned minds that the world, our bodies, and the universe exist outside of God. That makes no sense, and you have to be ignorant to think or believe that. You bordering on dumb now. No, that's not true. Not a fact. You can believe it. That don't make it true. We believe. There you go. I don't give a damn about what you believe. I don't believe nothing. I either know or I don't know. Simple as that. We believe ourselves to what? To be separate objects and entities from God. Right there. That's ego. That's the ego personality personified. And it's saying we, meaning ain't no one person. That's a whole bunch of people. That's wrong. Going the wrong way. Believing the wrong thing. How you think that's going to end in the end? I just told you, blind faith always goes off the cliff. Nobody can make a decision. Why? They blind, they believe in something that they don't know what they're doing. To follow somebody who don't know is your fault. Don't fault the person. I don't fault Trump for being Trump. No, y'all put him there. I got nothing to do with Trump. He is who he is. He couldn't be nothing without y'all putting him there. Hello, now everybody regretting. Stop that nonsense too. Come on, get real. Deal with reality. Y'all stuck on stupid, hoping and believing something gonna change. It was bad the first time. All right, get off there, get out of there. I ain't got time for that. Okay, where we at? So watch this. Now, if you're dealing with reality, you understand that God is the all. But when we believe, because of our ignorance, we are entities separate from God. And this relative reality, in reality, everything is from the one. I've been telling you that for the last 50 years. I got that from George. When I wasn't enlightened, I had funk. I had that understanding. Okay, so I went full circle. Everything I learned from George, I learned now studying my ancient Egyptian philosophy concept. So he must have some knowledge of that stuff too. Wow, he was way ahead of his time. I know that now. But relative reality, what that mean? That means what we think is real. That's relative reality. And we live in it. Right now, we living in a relative reality. Real reality, when you lay down and go to sleep, in that place you go to, that's reality. That's where God dwells, okay, in the mind of man and woman. But relative reality is the state most people are caught up in. I do this. I know this. Relative reality is an illusion. It's coming up, but I'll get excited because this is what I'm trying to say. I don't care what you think. Don't care what you believe. What do you know? If you don't know, you live in an illusion and you're delusional, okay? It exists only in our minds. God not only created the world, but God is the world. Can you understand that? My message, can you dig it? That's supposed to be a profound statement. Some people it is, okay? God is everything. Y'all say it in Christian. I listen to you. Now, I listen to the hymns. I'm paying attention. Y'all say it. The good stuff, it sounds good. And I know it's admirable and I respect it, but y'all just don't live it. That's what my issue with. All y'all say good, everything is good. But everything y'all do ain't. That means you ain't practicing what you preaching. Everything I teach, I do. Sorry, let's make that personal. I take it personal. Yeah. But again, this is relative reality and understanding God is everything. Watch that. Where we at? We believe, no. It exists in our mind. Okay. God not only created the world, he is the world. Everything that we perceive with our senses, meaning the five senses of the body, is what? It's also God. I got a lesson coming up for body consciousness. Yeah, we got that covered too. Man, I thought the brain was the final frontier for man. No. The Egyptians had that locked down a long time ago. We just got to catch up. And it ain't know thyself. It's remember thyself. We must transcend, remember, or relative reality. Get past this phase, this nonsense that we're living in. To what? To live within absolute reality. That's eternal. That's immortality. That's forever. That's not time-based. Physical can't go there. The astral spirit, that's where it goes. Now, to not only misunderstand this greatest teaching, but to know it means complete bliss. When you reach the level I'm at in your life, you will be one happy camper. You can be Christian, Muslim, Jew, don't make a difference. But when you and God make that connection, now you and I can converse. Why? We're on the same level now. Whatever you call it, bliss, that state of being, hotep, okay, all that, enlightened, whatever you want to call it, when you reach it, those who dare, know. Those who don't, won't. And it's total happiness, not happy, happiness. And then just for the moment, it goes on, it continues. Yoga is a philosophy, is a scientific process that's been proven to accomplish the goal of, ready? Transcendence, liberation, salvation, and self-realization. All these things take place inside of you, but you have to put the work in for it to happen. That means you got to learn, you got to study, put the work in, meditate on it, and then implement it. Those are the process that you go through to what? Know thyself. We all got to do it. Ain't nobody exempt. Dr. Clark, no exceptions. Simple. And that's not hard. Let me wrap this up. I see the clock. I got a few minutes. I got another paragraph to go. But I'm trying to make this point clear to you. Relative reality is the physical world which we live in. It's relative. Okay? It's the mirror image. It ain't real. But don't say, wait a minute, I'm about to clear that part. What do you mean it ain't real? It's calm down. Relative reality is what is referred to that we call, not we, but in the Hindu, in the Buddhism, and even the Mayans and Aztecs, they call this world the Maya. That means illusion. We think the dream is the Maya. Au contraire, mon frère. That's when you got to start realizing, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, all you got to do is think. It ain't hard to do, okay? Now, let me break this little quick down. It's in bold black letters, okay, right? The point must be well understood. That's what I'm trying to drive it home for you so you can understand it. The meaning behind the wisdom of calling the physical world an illusion does not mean that it does not exist. It's a physical plane. This is the lowest level. The vibrations are so light that everything can manifest here in the physical form. The lighter you go, this can't go nowhere. It stays here. That's the concept. And watch this. Don't mean it don't exist. One only has to try walking through a wall to realize the error in that form of thinking. Well, if you say it don't exist, I can walk. No, that's not what we said. got to comprehend the concept. We're in the physical domain. This dimension, third dimension, is all physical here. The real dimension is up here. They say, as above, so below. The universe has the inner workings also. This is the outer working. We see the outer workings. We don't see the inner workings. The body has the inner working that's going on all the time. That's God, okay? Working what? In his creation to sustain it. When God leaves you, you're dead. But, watch this. But rather that it exists in a form that, in this dimension, then that which we believe it to be what we believe to be physical objects, again, in this domain, this dominion, are really expressions, again, of God. Be it physical, mental, spiritual, it's all God. He covers every aspect of that. That's what makes him what? The all, the absolute. It's exciting. I get amped up. Our souls, each individual is still God's. It belongs to him. We only got it on a loan. We want to bring it back to him, which is the gift, by enlightening it, and it'll go back. Other than that, we're going to keep reincarnating. And he don't miss it. He don't care. But we, an individual, get the opportunity to what? Take the soul back to the maker. If not, somebody's going to come. Why? Our conscience is going to die. He's died. Boom. His spirit and somebody else. I guarantee you, I know that for a fact. Why? He ain't talked to me from the other side yet. He ain't there. Me and my mother had a good laugh about that one. I said, all the stories they tell you about your father, tell you, do so-and-so, prepare yourself. He ain't told me jack yet. Sorry, personal, but that's a fact. Again, I don't care about that. I'll keep it real. Our soul, through the process of what I just gave a lesson, misconnect, karma, you reap what you sow. We come here to learn lessons. The lesson that you learn, if you're doing good, you get blessed. You're doing bad, you get punished. When you figure that thing out called balance, called Maya, then we get in there. Trust me. That's what it's all about. Understanding right from wrong, and then make the decision to do what's best for you. Some of us do wrong. I made that choice a lot of time. All the time. When you make a different choice, a better choice, you will prosper and you will benefit. Other than that, you be like everybody else. You're going to suffer and take the pains and sorrows like everybody else in life who do the same ignorant stuff. Simple as that. But those, they have the game. Slow down. Now, the process of karma, okay, that draws to us those objects and persons, things, or situations that what we, our soul, individual, need to further our spiritual evolution outward. When we have knowledge of self, you can manifest for yourself. If you're ignorant, all you can do is hurt yourself. And sometimes, most times, others in the process. Why? Due to ignorance. I got more. I look at the clock. I'm going for it. Now, let's get to this. The preoccupation with matter, physical world, which as race relations, wars, crime, social status, physical appearance, and all other intricacies of human interaction are, as well as we see, manifestations of a limited, ignorant intellect which has not been able to transcend the pettiness of the apparent world conditions in order to see the larger reality. And that's all of us who are ignorant of ourselves, going through the motions, okay? And watch this, the absolute reality that lies beyond our apparent differences that seem to exist in this physical world. Yes, there are practical realities in this world to deal with. We know that every day. We live in a capitalist society, so if you ain't going to work, you ain't earning money, you're going to struggle. You're going to have problems. Money is the best deodorant for physical world. Why? You can wash away some of the bad stuff, all right? With one's physical existence. But these are not to be accepted as absolute realities. Again, for acceptance of these as absolute reality leads to what? Mental bondage of them. Meaning you hell-bent on earthly things. You like this. That's in the devil domain. Rather, an attitude or detachment and dispassion and study should be developed. Why? So that as to you not to be affected by either your situations of adversity or prosperity. Since after all, these two seemingly opposite concepts are really two aspects of the same reality. When you're happy, it's good, but guess what? If you just go up, coming down. And when you're down, you're sad, you can't go no further, you're going to have to what? Go up. So either side of the spectrum is still the same thing. That's what they tell you. But when you reach Hotep, supreme peace, knowledge of self, that won't swing the pendulum in your life no more. Why? You are above it. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Your real reality. And watch this. One's mind now is equally agitated in both states, be it joy or pain. That's what I just told you. I should just keep reading. I'll just shut up and just read. All right. But again, both situations take the focus of the mind away from who? God. The supreme peace toward transient realities. And for example, someone who has just won the lottery can have the mind and that as what? Agitated as someone who just lost all their possessions. One man's happy, another man's sad. One man's junk, another man's treasure. See it both in the spectrum, but it's still what? An agitated mind. Be it happy agitated or sad agitated. You want a peaceful mind, a clear mind, an unagitated, an unconcerning mind. Why? Because then you can function with clarity. That's why. And then watch this. In the former case, the person worries about protecting his money, okay, from theft, what to say to the family members who want to borrow some of that money. When they know you got it, they coming for it, okay? Some to tie them over, whatever. Want to buy and want you to invest in them. Everybody got a game plan with your money to ensure that what? It lasts a lifetime. You want to do the right thing with it, invest in it, use it. That's all fine and dandy. But in the latter case, my case, this person has opposite worries. Why? On how to what? Borrow or sometimes steal money to get it. Why? I got no other means. And so when we result to know what? Some people going to rob and steal, sometimes kill. Okay? Neither of these two persons, watch this, one did good, one did bad. Neither one of these persons experienced what? Mental peace. Damn. Because why? True mental peace does not, again, true mental peace does not and will not depend on any external situations or possessions in life. It is an internal affair. I'm an internal dude. I'm not an external person. So I got a lot of stuff stored up inside. Not that it's a bad thing, but I know how to store it. I know how to keep it. I know how to deal with it. Everybody don't. If you extra person who wants to express themselves, that's not me, okay? I express when I got something to say. That's why I'm here doing it now, this way, not the other way. I still got a little more to go. Stay with me. When the mind is turbulent, meaning it's all crazy, with worldly concerns, be they good or bad. If they're good, you worry about losing it. If they're bad, you worry about getting it. So still, agitated mind, that's the point. Now, it is like the turbulent water in the lake caused by what? The gust of wind. Blows everything around. Okay, it cannot reflect the sky accurately. Why? Stuff is in the way. However, the calm mind, the peaceful mind, is like the calm lake and is able to what? Reflect the sky, true reality. The mirror shows you what you are. Okay? You don't think what the mirror is you. You know you. The mirror is just reflecting you. That's what they're trying to explain to you. This world is the mirror. This can only be accomplished how? Through a process of consciousness, transcendence, personal achieved through sustained daily practice of what we call spiritual disciplines of yoga, or I call it right thinking philosophy. And through this process of transcendence I experienced personally for myself, you enter a new positive subconscious impressions of what the absolute reality will be created where? In your own mind. Now you're starting to see things the way they really are. Why? That inner vision. I'm getting there in the mind, which will lead you to what? A different perception of this physical reality. You're starting to see it for what it really is. You ain't caught up in the illusion. And those who live, here you go, coming home, bringing it in. This is my favorite part, by the way. Those who live today will die. Those who die tomorrow will what? Be born again. They call that reincarnation. This is the philosophy. Stay with me. Let's get the good. Those who live Maya, my right thinkers, those who live Maya will not die. I've been telling you that for the longest. That's reality. This is real. And wrap it up with the last phrase. The reality of things is its relation to the Creator, not that which we see. Again, it was created by the Word. The Word is internal, telepathically, of what? The Creator, mentally. This Word is its true name. You don't know His name, you experience it. See where I'm going with this? And then to know a thing, true name, is to know its true power. To pronounce it exactly is to release its energy, its power. Words of power, heka. Y'all call it prayer, okay? But to bring into existence a thought from the heart to the mind to the mouth. Wrapping it up. Truth is but one. Everything comes from the one. Thy doubts are what? Of thine own rising. Not having knowledge of self. It that made virtues, righteous living, what they are, planted also in them a knowledge of their preeminence. And the acts as soul dictates to thee, let your conscience be your guide. Let the heart conscious lead you. And what happens? And in the end shall be always right. That's what I'm dropping the pin on. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. I felt good about that lesson. Hope you get the message, because there's a lot of stuff in there about what? Reality. That was the question. I hope I answered it for you. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all let it be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. But you already know we live Maya. We don't pass away. I'm out.